Police are investigating a possible drug connection to a number of student deaths at the University of Southern California. 9 students have died since the start of the semester, 6 of whom are suspected overdoses. School officials are doubling down on education and outreach, issuing a warning to the community about the dangers posed by drugs. Colleen Shalby from the Los Angeles Times joins me now. She's been reporting on this extensively. Welcome, Colleen. What exactly are authorities looking at in terms of causes of death?
Sure. So as you mentioned, there's been 3 confirmed suicides at this point. There's been 9 total deaths, and at least 6 of those are still under investigation right now. So the most recent development that came out this week was that LAPD and USC are looking into the possibility of drug overdoses or possible tainted drugs as a factor in some of these deaths.
So the university issued a warning to students about the risks of opioids. How else are school officials responding to these deaths?
Sure. So that message came out late night Tuesday to students, warning against opioid use, warning against mixing drugs with other substances. And they've doubled down on making sure that students are aware that there are mental health resources available on campus, since at this point there seem to be 2 different scenarios that have factored into these these drug-related deaths.
And can you remind us why fentanyl is such a concern?
Sure. So we have a nationwide opioid crisis that includes opioid synthetics, including fentanyl. In 2006 and 2016, the rate of drug overdoses connected to those type of deaths doubled. We know that young adults, young people are more susceptible to dying of those type of drug overdoses. So it is a very high concern that is really occurring across the nation at this point, and California and school campuses are no exception.
Absolutely. And so looking at the semester, 9 student deaths in one semester, that seems very high, but there are students that die every semester normally, or not, you don't want to say normally, but how many on average die a semester?
Sure. So USC told me that in any given year, there's between 4 to 15 student deaths. Last year, there were 6 student deaths on campus. So while 9 is not an unprecedented number, 9 in the span of 3 months is exceptionally jarring, and that's why there is so much concern and a call for questions and answers right now.
Absolutely. Well, Colleen Shalby, thank you so much for sharing your reporting on this with us.
Sure. Thanks for having me.